Hi guys, and I know it's been my door real quick. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video, but I'm here today to make roasting every team about their playoff loss this year. Now I know the playoffs are over and all that stuff, but I just wanted to make this, and I'm not copying off of Urinating Tree, if anyone knows who that is. I'm just gonna make up roasting every team for what they've done, even my team, the Saints. And because a lot of teams that I like made the playoffs this year, unlike the Chargers, did not make the playoffs. Steelers and Saints make the playoffs. And, alright, we're going to start with our first team. Alright, so you look at this team that started off the season 5-0 and you thought they were going to win the Super Bowl. Then choked to 5-5, but come back to the whole USA football fans and telling them, hey, we can still make the playoffs at 10-6. They are hosting the 9-7 Titans, who, as heard, had an easy division this year. And guess what? You lost. I can call you the Atlanta Falcons now. You blew a 21-3 lead. Not as bad as the Falcons, but still pretty bad. No one does that except you and the Falcons, Chiefs. Just saying right now. You have this rookie, what's his name, Kareem Hunt, and you barely give the ball to him that game, and that was y'all's mistake. You let the Chiefs defender tip a ball and a quarterback catch the ball, which barely happens, and go for a touchdown, and you just choked big time, and you deserve to lose that game, Chiefs. You really did. And yep, you're out of the playoffs. 10-6, 4th seed, home game. Bye-bye. You know, with all the doubt of all the football fans in the offseason saying you were going to get 4 wins at the maximum, you finally have a chance to make the playoffs. You are the 3 seed due to beating the Saints at home and holding the tiebreaker. And you're also the 3 seed because Saints beat Carolina twice and you beat the Saints. Okay, enough said. You are hosting the 10-6 Falcons, who start off the season 6-4 this year, in your home stadium. And everyone thought y'all had playoff inexperience, but people still thought you would win. And guess what? You lose by 13 points. Todd Gurley couldn't get anything going, and your season ended 3 seed. That's the 3 seed I'm talking about. The season ended because of the playoff inexperience. And the Rams join the Chiefs out of the playoffs. 2 upsets in one day. We thought we would not have saw. You wait 20-something years to get back in the playoffs. You've lost 4 Super Bowls in a row. And you're finally here. A chance to redeem yourself. You're away against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Jaguars, well, it was a very low-scoring affair between you two teams. I really don't know what was going on. No one thought the score would be this low, 10-3. But it was 4th and goal, and you let the Jaguars get a toe-tapping touchdown, Bills. Your defense played great, but your offense just got smashed up by the Jacksonville's defense, and I believe that's why y'all lost. So, Buffalo Bills, your chance for redemption, out. Y'all now join the Chiefs and the Rams out of the playoffs. You know, you go 11-5 and lose to the same team twice. So they have 3 losses in the division and only 2 losses in the regular season. So the Panthers are here away against the Saints, and at halftime it was 21-9 Saints. Saints already beat them 2 times this season. And a lot of people thought the Panthers would win, even though majority thought the Saints would win, because it's very hard to beat the same team 3 times. The Panthers, I'll give credit to you, did have a run down the field the second half, showing the game was not completely over. But the Saints' defense pressure came, and Cam Newton was on the ground, and the clock ticked out, and the Saints won 31-26. You now join the Chiefs, Rams, and Bills. Y'all are out of the playoffs. You know, even though you were the 6 seed against the 1 seed, everyone thought the Falcons were a huge favorite. because y'all just beat the Rams by 13 points, and also the Eagles have backup Nick Foles. But guess what? You lost 15-10. I understand you're away. I understand the ball went through Julio Jones' hands on 4th and goal, and I understand the game was over by then. But at least do a better job throwing that ball, Matt Ryan. That was a very high pass. I believe Julio Jones would have caught that pass low. That 13-point upset for nothing against the Rams, and then you lose to Philly, and also in a kind of upset, even though you were away. But Falcons, you join the Chiefs, Rams, Bills, and Panthers, and y'all are out of the playoffs. Bye-bye. As much as I like you over the Patriots-Titans, you just really had a lucky win against the Chiefs. The Chiefs would have done way better against the Patriots. You got demolished in one of the playoff games I actually didn't watch. I knew y'all only scored 14 points, and the Patriots scored like 100 or something. I don't mean 100. I'm just saying like they had an amazing game. And you had to go against a real team now, not a choking team, a real team. The number 1 seed in the AFC, as always, the New England Patriots. And y'all had to play against them, and as expected, y'all lost. So, Titans, you joined the Chiefs, Rams, Falcons, Bills, and Carolina out of the playoffs. So, half our teams, I believe, are out of the playoffs already. Let's move on to our next divisional game. All the talk about the Steelers versus Patriots rematch from last year and this season. But first you have to face the team you lost to at home against, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And by the way, you lost 35-9. And I realize the reason the Steelers lost again is because y'all's defense just gave up way too many points in the first quarter. Y'all lost 45-42 trying to make a run downfield. Scores very, very quickly. And that was an 87 points were scored in that game altogether by the two teams. The most highest scoring game in the playoffs. But sadly, Steelers, you're out of the playoffs now. We will see how y'all do next year. Well, New Orleans Saints, we all know what happened this game. It was 17-0 at half in Indianapolis, and every Saints fan and Vikings fan thought you could not come back. But what do you know? It's 24-23 with 10 seconds left, Saints. And all you have to do is just make a 4th down conversion not possible for them. And guess what happens? Stephon Diggs, boy, did you know. What's his name? Williams, I believe? Marcus Williams. Yes, the rookie, number 43, I believe. Didn't get a tackle on him. But I have to give credit to my Saints for at least showing dedication to at least not say that the game was over at halftime and to show that we were actually true fighters. But sadly, you should have done better in the first half. A field goal would have at least, no. A touchdown in the first half would have at least won that game if the same things happened. But you are out of the playoffs, and we move on to our conference championship. So now it's in order. Titans are out, Rams are out, Bills are out, Panthers are out, Falcons are out, Titans are out, Steelers are out, and Saints are out. So yeah, now we move on to our conference championships. Jaguars, you were about to put a huge upset against the Patriots. Y'all were up 20-10, and just like the Falcons, except maybe the Patriots didn't come back as much. Y'all blew a 20-10 lead. Great stuff to watch. I was cheering for you because y'all have never won a Super Bowl. But guess what? Tom Brady's 5 rings just said, "Hey, let's get a 6th." I guess he really is needy for 5 rings than 1 on the other finger. Y'all lost by a score of 24-20, but I have to give credit for you for also fighting against the odds of people thinking y'all would go at least like 6-10. So y'all did very, very well in the season, and I'm very proud. Saints fan, I don't really like the Jaguars so much. I'm very proud of y'all for going against the odds, just like the Rams. So yeah, y'all just were one step closer to the Super Bowl and could not make it. All the talk about the Minneapolis Miracle and how the Vikings were going to be the first team to play in their home stadium at the Super Bowl, but you had one more step to go, and y'all thought it would be a 3-point deficit against the Eagles with their backup quarterback Nick Foles after seeing what they did in the divisional. You had 7 points with only 5 minutes in the first quarter after y'all received first. But guess what? Y'all didn't get anything going ever since. Philly's offense was awesome with Nick Foles. That was Nick Foles' best game of the playoffs. And the defense just shut y'all down. That Minneapolis Miracle for nothing. Now, finally, as a Saints fan, it would be nice if y'all stopped talking about that. New England, you made the Super Bowl. What a surprise. Tom Brady, the worst QB ever, led his team to a Super Bowl. No, but in reality, no. You're in the Super Bowl against the backup quarterback Eagles. 52% of the U.S. thought you would win the Super Bowl, and 48% of y'all thought y'all would lose. I guess the unconfidence came from all the boos in the crowd when y'all walked out from the lockers. And guess what? Those boos, guess who cost y'all the Super Bowl, Patriots? The offensive line. Protect your little brother Brady. I mean, big brother, to be honest. He's like 40-some years old, right? And you made Tom Brady fumble the ball with 2 minutes left in the game. The Eagles had a field goal, and it was 41-33. Now, the Hail Mary at the end of the game was actually pretty close to being caught by Rob Gronkowski, but an Eagles defender blocked his jump. If the Eagles defender didn't block his jump, he might have held on to the ball. But anyways, they would have to go for a 2-point conversion to even tie it up anyways, due to Tom Brady losing the ball with 2 minutes left in the game. But that's how your season ended. Tragedy. 13 teams have never won a Super Bowl, and now it's 12, due to the Philadelphia Eagles with Doug Peterson winning their first ever Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. A lot of teams are going to be looking for Nick Foles if he goes on free agency, which I hope he does, because if you can win your team the Super Bowl, you shouldn't be a backup quarterback on the Eagles. Simple enough there. But congratulations, Eagles, the most underrated underdogs in the playoffs, won the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots with their leader, Tom Brady, who led them to their success. Without them, the Patriots probably would never win a Super Bowl, maybe. But they probably would have drafted the quarterback and maybe won one. Tom Brady has the most rings. He just couldn't get one on the other finger. As much as I dislike Tom Brady, you have to have respect for him to leading this team to no Super Bowls to 5, and all 5 of them won by him. If he would have won the 3 Super Bowls he lost, he would have had 8 rings. The 3 Super Bowls he lost was against Philly, of course, just saw, and 2 against the Giants. So, yeah, that's how the playoffs went this year. By the way, way better than last year. Agreed.